Hi everyone, this is Kimchi here, and ooh,
So not come for her.
it's Vander on, and welcome to
I come bearing gifts, Kimchi.
Oh my god, thank you so much. You know I love donuts.
Oh girl, it's actually a plea for help. Book me.
So we have Vander, who is the winner of the Boulay Brothers Dragula, the search for the next drag monster. Is that right?
It's the Boulay Brothers Dragula.
All right.
Search for the world's first drag super monster. It's a mouthful.
For monster, okay.
It's a mouthful.
What she said, Naomi's somewhere getting plowed, getting fucked.
This is the first time I'm seeing Kimchi up close and personal.
I'm
and
sorry,
girl,
you deserve better.
The fantasy is real. It's just as good up close. Sorry, Naomi. My turn.
Sorry, boo. Kind of love you. So tell us about Dragula. Where can people watch it and what is it?
So Dragula is a drag competition for, I guess you could call it like alternative drag, and it's defined by filth, glamour, and horror. Those are like the three main characteristics of Dragula, and it's exclusively on Hey Queen TV, and now all the episodes are up, so you can watch 1 through episode 6 up to the finale. And coming up, we will have the reunion as well on Hey Queen TV, so make sure to catch up on all the episodes.
Woo! What are you gonna do with the prize money and your newfound fame?
I know exactly what I'm gonna do with the prize money. I'm a filmmaker by day and I don't have film equipment. So ever since I graduated film school, like I can't shoot anything. So I'm getting my camera equipment, my lights, and a portion of what I want is gonna go to LGBT youth.
Oh my god, that's amazing. So you're gonna be one of those like YouTubers where you put like a sequin background and say,
Hi guys, haven't made a video in a while. I just went shopping today, so here's my Sephora haul. They're awful.
So today I brought Vander on because we want to talk about the drag eye. All the intense eye makeup. Intense, like Boy Scouts. But don't put that in because that's cheesy. Do you like eye makeup?
I love eye makeup. I love it because it's the only thing I'm good at.
Same! Something in common. Relatable. Relatable fish.
I look like a fucking fish with this color, girl.
The aesthetic I go for is clownfish. You can call me the Nemo of drag. What is it about eye makeup that you like so much?
I don't know, I think it's the first thing people look at, and like I tried different kinds of contours and different lips and different brows, but the thing I always kept like really strong and defined and graphic was my eyes. I just loved seeing my eyes, you know, and everything else just kind of blends in the background and in the surrounding area of my face, but I love a strong graphic eye. What are some of your favorite eye makeups from RuPaul's Drag Race?
I like a lot of the eye makeup that Alaska did on season 2 of All Stars, but my favorite one in particular is the latex runway.
Oh, that's right, that's
Yeah.
right. That was giving me a little bit of like Marilyn Manson realness.
Yeah.
When it had the black bar, that was gorgeous. And so quick to do, just a little Inglot gel liner.
Right?
Ready to
But
go.
It looks so graphic and stunning on the runway.
I think one of my favorites, and like it's not like a crazy colorful eye, but Chanel's like that black sharp line diffused upwards is one of my favorite eye makeups ever.
It's blended perfectly, it is so sharp.
It angles your face upwards so sharp. I just love how feminizing it is, and at the same time it's so severe.
Staying in that season, Nina Flowers was also known for her intricate eye makeup.
That woman is like 90% eye, and I live for it. I love it so much. One of the hardest things I think in any eye makeup is diffusing black. Black can be so tricky and it can go wrong so quickly. The diffusion of Nina Flowers black is so beautiful, and I've seen it in person. It's gorgeous.
And she's another queen that's not afraid to play with shapes and different colors. Like her eye makeup looks different every time you see her.
Oh yeah, she's a chameleon, but at the same time, there's something that kind of unifies all of her looks, and that as soon as you see something, you're like, that's Nina. Like that's something Nina like either would put on her eyes or would wear on her head, which I'm not mad about.
Yo.
I love Raven's eye makeup because that was like a game changer. You see Raven's eyes on so many queens now.
Her eye makeup is probably one of the most influential makeup ever to come out of Drag Race.
Absolutely.
But also if you look at her eye makeup now, it's evolved so much.
It's breathtaking. It is so beautiful, especially when you see it under stage lighting. That bitch paints for the stage. She paints for the background. She paints for the 7-Eleven across the street, and it looks so good.
Another iconic makeup was Bianca Del Rio. You can't talk about eye makeup without Bianca.
Absolutely, and that was from one of the later seasons. I feel like the eye makeups have kind of like become a little bit more subtle as the seasons become a little bit more fishy, but Bianca brought it back with that like stacked 301.
Intense, yeah. She switched it up one episode, I remember, like by getting rid of the white under her eye. But even then, it still looked really draggy.
I don't know if anyone's noticed this, but she totally adapts it for when she's on stage or when she's on camera. Even though the eyes stay big, the eyebrows become much more subtle when she's on camera. And when you look at her Instagram, her like stage eyebrows,
They're like this thick.
they're like hinges, but they still look great, and I bet they look awesome from like the seats.
You can't talk about influential eye makeup without talking about Roxy Andrews.
Roxy motherfucking Andrews. It kind of reminds me of Nina Flowers in that she's also someone that beautifully gradiates black into her skin tone. And I feel like that's even harder to do on like a really, really small scale.
And it's always so precise. I feel like she might have had the biggest lashes on Drag Race history.
Really? Were they bigger than Bianca's? So what about Alyssa? Because we've seen Alyssa's eye makeup evolve through the seasons.
When she first came out, she was really, really brown.
Alyssa, baby, I hope you're watching.
But her makeup now is very minimalistic, but it still works for her.
It's still beautiful and it's reduced. I do kind of miss that really sharp black, like out. You know that like
she used to do?
that
Yeah.
iconic bit where she's in front of the mirror, like. I live for that. Alyssa's one of the few people that can pull off the brow that starts like box at the front. For me, it looks extremely masculine, I guess, because it makes your brow just so boxy. But it kind of works for her. I kind of dig it. I don't see her doing an ombre like anytime soon.
And she doesn't need to. She's Alyssa Edwards. I feel like she's one of those queens. She can do whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How many pearls did you see, like, across America?
Guilty, bitch. I totally stole her like inner corner glitter. I saw the first time I saw it was on Pearl, and I was like, snatch.
At the time when Pearl came out, no one else in Chicago was doing their makeup like that. Everybody in Chicago was doing dark black brows with a crease that looked like an eyebrow. But then Pearl came and changed the game, like in the Chicago scene. Everyone was doing like softer, but like high creases, covered brows, softer brows. When Pearl got on Drag Race, like, when Pearl got on Drag Race, I already knew like everyone across America was gonna copy her makeup because it's really.
Just reading me the house down.
Oh, God!
Oh, what about Max? One of my favorite eye looks from Drag Race history is, I believe it was the Bearded Queens runway, and it was so simple. It was literally just like her regular little kind of boxy brow, and just like a completely circular black liner with like the darkest green glitter just patted on top. And it was so simple, but it was so beautiful, and it's stuck with me ever since.
Sometimes simplicity is the best, right? You don't have to have like a million colors in your face to make a statement. Acid Betty's is really cool too. The actual eyeliner itself is very minimalistic. It's just a simple line that goes up high, and then there's like a lot of different colors that come in, forming these weird shapes.
One of my favorite things she does is, I've seen Acid, she has these little stencils, and for example, she'll have like her eye done, and she'll just put the stencil on top and like airbrush a little pattern onto it, and it gives it this amazing texture. And I've never seen any other queen do that. I've only ever seen body paint artists do that on bodies, because it gives it such an like alien sort of fish, sea monster look. It's everything. I love it.
And normally I hate like too many different shimmer colors on Drag Queen, but it works in Acid Betty.
I thought she was a really matte queen. I don't think I've ever seen her with like, yeah.
I guess
Well, I mean, granted, I haven't seen her that much. I would love to see her more.
I mean, well, she has such like a variety of looks though, you know?
Yeah,
But
she's a chameleon, like literally a chameleon. She's like that lizard-looking motherfucker from Monsters Inc. with all the colors and shapes, and we love it, love it.
And just so you viewers don't yell at us, Trixie Mattel too. We know you love her, so here's a picture of her. Find the worst picture of her and put it on there. Now it's time for the fan submission.
Bring it on. We have fan submissions?
We have fans?
Okay.
So our fan submission today is Alex Ula, 17-year-old drag queen.
Oh, it's a drag queen.
Yeah.
I thought that was a bio queen. Work, bitch.
This makeup here is like the really like trendy makeup right now, the halo eyes as they call it.
The little like bit in the center of the lower lid. Oh, okay.
So it opens up your eyes and it gives you like the full effect of like having a larger eye without resorting to this.
That ombre on that brow.
It's on fleek.
Work, bitch, yeah.
It's interesting how she put the little sharp things on top of her eyelid.
Oh, yeah, it's giving me like a little bit of like a Harley Quinn vibe with those little slits upwards.
I feel like she didn't really need the top part, or like she should have just made them bigger so it's more exaggerated. I feel like that detail's a little too subtle.
Yeah, like if you're looking at it up close on Instagram, it's cute, but if you're anywhere near a stage, that's just gonna look like kind of muddy.
It looks really good on her.
Look,
Yeah. And then the next picture is.
Come on, nails.
Could you put a
We
next
need
picture for
help.
me? She's got a little like lava goddess thing going on over here.
I live for non-natural skin tones.
Only thing I kind of wish she would have done differently is maybe a different hair color.
Yeah, I can see that.
That hair color is a little too natural, like for this look. Had she done like a bright yellow or bright red, it would have matched better.
Yeah, it's kind of tough mixing like warm and cool colors together. You have to be really careful about it. You get a full education here at World of Wonder.
Yeah.
This color palette reminds me just a little bit of the finale Acid Betty
Oh,
look.
Acid Betty's look,
the
yeah.
fire look. Oh, so good.
It kind of reminds me of when you order croque madame and the cheese on top is like nice and crispy.
You know, you and these foods, I have no idea what the fuck that is.
Great job, Alex. You look amazing.
We love it. I want to see more of these
Cool, like intricate looks.
Intricate looks and like the colors. I love like a colored mug.
If you'd like to be featured, please submit us your mug at World of Wonder. #mug.
Oh my god, speaking of monsters, Randall. Randall is his name. Randall from Monsters Inc. Acid Betty is the Randall of drag. Well, thank you so much for having me on
Thank you for coming on.
You're not here, Naomi. Sorry.
Today's tip is how to dry your brows on. Oh, y'all wanted just a tip, eh? Okay, step one, I do my brows first. I will show you how to cover my brows, but I decided to give up on my non-existent sex life. So I shade up my brows, yeah. The product I use for my brows is Dip Brow. Everybody uses different things, but this is what works for me. So before getting into it, I take a little bit of saline solution and I just put like a drop just to soften it up, because otherwise it's a little too chalky and muddy. Are you ready for this? This is art. I'm making art. If you're not good at making your brows symmetrical, here's a tip for you. Do the side that's harder for you to do first. And then after that, you wanna make 3 dots. Where the brow start, where the brow arches, and where the brow ends. And all you have to do is connect the dot. This isn't perfect, but we're gonna conceal around it, so I'm not too worried about it right now. But as long as you have the general shape down, sorry. It's cool. Okay, second tip, if you have your brows covered and you want to use clown white for your highlight, the clown white itself is very chalky, so you don't want it to pull the glue off. So I recommend warming up your makeup first before you apply it. Some people take a lighter to it, but it can melt the makeup. So stick it in your pocket, go poop, go smoke, go get some coffee, check your grinder, do whatever you gotta do. And then by the time you're done, your body will heat up the makeup. This only doesn't work if you're a dead person and your body's cold. I think my highlight's even, so I'm just gonna like go in like, do you see the gap between the highlight and the brow? Boom. And then I'm gonna go into the top of the brows. You want your brows to be as sharp as possible, and doing this ensures that your brow's nice and clean. So do you see how this end is really sharp here, but the other one isn't yet? This one's a little bit thicker, so we can also even it out by concealing around it. Next step for me is I'm gonna do the white under the eyes. A lot of the mistake that I see people doing is they finish their makeup and then they add the white on top of their foundation that's been set or whatever. That's a bad idea, because then that's what it causes to crumble and fall off. So I do the white under eye on bare skin, and then I set it. Yeah, doesn't that look ridiculous under my eyes right now? I set it very heavily, because during the show, like, I can sweat and whatnot, and then I want to make sure it stays crisp and white all night and doesn't go anywhere. And it's really hard to touch up after you set it with powder. So you just gotta make sure you do it right the first time. And I'm just gonna lightly dust up the powder. My nose is getting sweaty like a dog for some reason, so I'm gonna wipe that off too. Now I'm gonna put the foundation all over my face, but that's how I start my brows. There's a lot more stuff I have to do, but we'll get there. Don't forget to subscribe!
So Wow presents.
Da-da-da-da.
Girl, I got a mouthful of donut. I can't even smell it.
And there'll be a video where we're going like, hey honey.